Hi, is this Tadel? Hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you too well. Is this Tadel?
Tadel Foster.
Oh, okay. Hey, this is Ryan. I was given your number. Are you a recruiter for Motor Club of America?
Yes, I am.
Oh, excellent. I've been given a couple of numbers and I couldn't get people to answer, and then somebody gave me your number and said give him a call. So, I'm interested. To at least learning more about it. Do you do more than recruiting? Do you do any of the sales? Because I think that's what I'm more interested in.
Yes, that's basically what it is as well. What I want to do, I want to send you a link. Can you watch videos like on your phone? I can text you the link, and I can actually send it to you on the email as well. I want you to look at that video. The video explain everything, and then I want you to get back with me. Okay?
No, I've seen the videos. Maybe your video is different, but I've watched at least like 4 hours of this stuff, and because I had a lot of people trying to tell me it was like a scam. And I was watching these videos. It's not a scam. It's it's just a business. It's a sales job.
Exactly. Basically, yeah. If you wanted to get started with me, I will send you that link, and then at the bottom of the page, there's a Get Started tab. There's a Get Started button. You click on that Get Started button. That'll take you to the page where you just pay your $40.
Oh, excellent, dude. That's awesome. A lot of people, I don't think they have it quite set up that way. You're smart. Can I just ask you a quick question about the sale? Typically, are the sales, because I don't know if I like door to door, but is it just like setting up appointments and like meeting with people? Is that kind of the way you've done it?
Basically, yes. Set up appointments with them. It's phone interview, basically phone meetings.
Okay.
If I can't meet them in person, because a lot of people are out of state. Mm-hmm. I just basically set up a phone meeting at a good time. They call me back, and we have conversations about any type of questions that they may have.
Okay. Because I think I'm a little better in person, and that's fine. If you're looking to move, do a lot, then probably all over. But I was thinking about like kind of hitting up my area pretty good. Have you ever done any like in the home? Like they invite you over and you sit at the kitchen table style, because I've done some stuff like that before for like helping people with their finances. Okay.
I've done that before as well.
Okay. That's when do the at different points like if they had to go like dig out some information or something, do they like would they leave you alone with their animals or anything? Like if they had a dog, would their dog, would they leave the room and their dog would stay? Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Because that's kind of like the money's good and everything, but my dad left me so much money when he passed away that I don't really need money. But I'm kind of looking for a good way to like be into people's house and then like have them be distracted, and then I could like fondle their dog and and just like play with their dog's genitals while they're away and stuff. That's kind of what I'm into. So I'm more after that than anything else. So
okay.
So would you think that this job would be good for somebody like me with a fetish like that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I could just go to your link, sign up, and then after that, I'm all set. I'm basically licensed to go into people's homes and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, and I know that do you buy the insurance yourself or the coverage yourself? Because I was reading kind of the things it covers about bail.
Yes, actually, once you join, you basically covered.
Oh, really? For just being? Do I still pay a fee every?
Yes, sir. $20 a month.
Okay, that's good. Okay, because there's a good chance that I could end up in jail again for this. So it'd be good if I had that insurance. That's another reason why I picked this over Herbalife. Because Herbalife, I think I could probably, have a good chance to molest people's dogs too. But at least this way, I have some bail set up because it'll be there for me. So, okay. Well, I look forward to working for you, man. I really do. So I'm gonna go to your video and go ahead and get it all set up then.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I love you.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ashley?
Yes, who's speaking?
My name is Ryan Token, but my followers, they call me Lord.
Okay.
Are you maybe I got my information wrong here, but are you a recruiter for MCA?
I used to be.
Oh,
yeah.
You're not anymore? What happened?
I actually stopped because there was a problem with my bank account, so I had no way to put for direct deposit. But once I set up a bank account again, probably towards the summer, I'll be back on doing it.
Oh, okay. So you plan on going back, huh? That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I basically, I mean, to sum it up, just to kind of let you know where I'm coming from, and thank you for the information. I do appreciate it, because there's a lot of people who tell me and my followers we're dumb for looking into this. Oh, it's a scam. But I mean, I've seen people, online presenting their bank statements. And so, anyways, I run a church. It's have you ever heard of PLA?
Where is that located?
We're actually in Houston, but we actually have chapters all over.
Okay.
But my church, and we're kind of a unique church. We don't really go home at night. We live at the church, and there's about 4 dozen of us at this point. And basically, I'm going to sign up first, and then I'm going to sign up all of them. And then we are just going to hit the streets like crazy. And so we think it's going to be a big cash, we're going to be able to generate a lot of movement of cash quickly, because I'm not alone. Like I said, my follower, they call me Lord for a reason. I mean, my right hand man, Carlito, I often call him Judas, just jokingly, but he's right here too. Carlito, we have done this before, and we did it with Herbalife, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, and this is before we came to Houston. We were in a little town up in Illinois. We were in a little town in Illinois called Roy. Have you ever heard of Roy in Illinois? I don't know if you had or not, but we fleeced that town pretty well before we had to move on. So, I mean, do you think with this kind of setup that I could be successful in MCA, or is it better if you go in alone?
Well, I could actually sign you up once I get my side situated, because once you're a member for life.
Oh, excellent. Good to know. Much like my church.
Right. So it would be just the $40 to sign up,
mm-hmm.
and then you'll go ahead and do it yourself and sign up people yourself.
Okay.
Help you.
So when I plan to sign up these 40 people, and then of course I'm going to pass it out to the other chapters across the land. So I get how much of that 40 for each of their sign-ups?
You get 80. You get double the 40. Each person you sign up, you get 80.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They pay the 40 for the membership for life, and then you get 80 for them signing up with you.
Okay. I see how that works. And so that could be interesting. So let me ask you this, just kind of on the low. What if I started signing up, and these people have Social Security numbers and everything. Let's just say maybe they've passed. If I start signing up other people, then I would only have to pay in 40 out of my pocket if I chose to pay for it, and then the company would give me 80?
Yeah.
Okay, great, because I actually have all the Social Security numbers of and names and Social Security numbers of all the people that were in the Waco compound. So I could sign all them up, and if even if it costs me $10,000 to sign all those up, the company will send me $20,000.
Wait. That's not how it works. What you do is you yourself would sign up with me. You would pay the $40,
right,
and I would show you how to do it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You would then go and sign up one by one. They pay you $80 each person. So yeah, if you did generate about 10,000 people and they all paid the $40, you get the double.
So I could
Yeah,
I could set up. What I'm kind of getting at here is I might be able, instead of fleecing individuals, I could actually turn this around and just start fleecing, the company, as long as I can find Social Security numbers of people who've passed on, and I pay the money for them, and then the company pays me double. That's amazing.
Yeah,
this is way better than Herbalife. Herbalife, they caught on to my bit really quick, and I don't know if you've dealt with Herbalife, but you just don't make as much money.
Well, listen what you do. Save my number. Give me about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Give me a call back week, and if you're ready to sign up, all you need is the card that you're going to use for direct deposit.
Mm-hmm. So
when each week, the people you signed up for that week, the following week, you get paid for those people. So it's weekly.
Okay, that's excellent. Yes, man, I can't believe I finally. I've been traveling these lands with my people for the better part of 7 years, and I have never come across an opportunity to fleece at such a high level. So no, I appreciate it, and then you probably get a little cut too, right? I mean that's why I'm sharing my concepts and ideas. I'm a real good idea man. I actually helped a politician up in Illinois. It's part of the reason I had to leave. But I helped a politician up there actually win an election by doing just what I said, which is we actually had about roughly 3,000 deceased voters vote for him. By the time it all came through, it didn't matter. He was still the politician. He won.
Right. I mean, if you know their birthday, their name, and everything, I mean, that's then, because they don't really, I don't think, ask for social, only for when you're doing the direct deposit. It would have to be a bank account open under
each of their names.
Yeah.
That's okay. I've set up many fraudulent bank accounts. So, I mean, the thing is my name isn't even Ryan Token. That's probably my 7th or 8th name. So, but that's why I just go by Lord to my followers, because at least whenever I have to change my name, I'm still known as Lord to them. So, okay. Well, yeah, you said about 2 weeks then?
Yeah.
Okay.
A week or two, yeah.
And do you have any other, operations? Because I need to funnel the money somehow once I get it, and I need to funnel it through a system, and I can't use my church because my church, we had to switch names due to some heavy investigation by the feds, and so it's not officially a church, but it is a church. Let's just put it that way, because we believe it is, and that's a church that shouldn't be proven it's a church just because it's on paper or not. So anyways, do you have any other business ventures that maybe we could funnel this money through?
I haven't.
I would give you 10%. I mean, I'm not expecting you to do it for nothing. So let's say once I get up around 200, 300K, I need to funnel it through, a system to make it legit money, and put it in one of my wife's names. And then, of course, if it's, if I give you 10%, for the laundering, basically, then you'd get 20 grand once it comes up. So, do you have any systems like that?
Like what kind of systems? I never done it.
You would just have to do an LLC. Do you know what an LLC is? A limited liability company. You can set one of those up for about $400, and then we just funnel the money through there. But it goes into Doge coins. We basically take it from USD, turn it into Doge, and then we funnel it back, but we turn it into Thai bots. And then once it's Thai bots, then it can go into Rupee, and then the Rupee, the banking system's all screwed up there, then back to USD. And then the money's completely washed and clean. And like I said, it goes into one of my wife's bank accounts. She's the one who we made her keep her her actual Social Security number so we can have a bank account like that. That's kind of the problem, is I need a bank account to wash the money through, because most of us on paper.
So if I was to open up a bank account, you'd be able to do it through my bank account?
Sure. Yeah, I need somewhere for the money to go through first, and then once it hits a certain amount, and I usually, whenever I'm doing these things, I like it to be 200, 300 grand, something worthwhile, because there's money transfer fees and stuff, and so if it's too little of money, it's not worth it, right? And
Well, don't do it like okay, if I open up a bank account tomorrow and then I call you and I'm like, okay, so I have the bank account open. How do I transfer them? How do I transfer the money to my bank account without them seeing like such a large transaction?
Oh, what we do, and this is where it gets interesting and tricky. Okay, do you know how credit cards work? Basically, when you go to buy something on a credit card, it charges $1, then the $1's automatically put back to make sure that the card is legit, and then the actual charge goes through. That's the way that it's kind of the security system that credit cards have put in to make sure that it's a legit card before a big amount goes through. Well, we've actually found a flaw in their system. So it thinks it's pulling $1 and putting back $1, and it sits and does that like $400 a second roughly, but it's actually leaving it, but it's acting like it's not. So it'll sit in there unnoticed. So it could be like 200 grand, but it'll still look like your bank account has $200 or whatever, right? And then we have to transfer it into Doge. And so you just go online and you buy the Doge coins. They're like Bitcoins, but a little more crooked. A lot of the Russian mafia like Doge. And so we put it into Doge, and then we have to jump a couple other currencies. And we found that using Thai bots, that's Thailand money, using Thai bots is the easiest way to get it out of Doge. And then once you put it into Rupee, the system over there is so broken in India that they don't even know what's going on. So then you put it in USD, which then it comes through some fake company that's set up there, like an offshore style account. Then it's into mine. But at that same time, we go ahead and that's when you'd get your 10%. And this is why I need to find something where the payback is so high, and that's why I like this. So basically, by the time I'm done with MCA, by the time they realize what happened, I'll already be gone. So it's a pretty good plan. So do you still need like 2 weeks? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I'm no longer doing the MCA right now. So once I start doing it again, I can sign you up, and then you can just take it from there.
Okay, excellent. And you kind of have the full view of what I'm planning to do here, right? So, I mean, full disclaimer, I've been completely honest with you. And that's the one thing you can ask all of my followers, all my wives, 36 children. I am a very honest person when it comes to people. When it comes to corporations and government, I fleece them for all they're worth. And in the end, if they put me in an electric chair for my crimes, so be it. She hung up. What do you bet I could go ahead and get her bank account number?
Call of America, this is Cody.
Hi, Cody. This is Ryan. I'd gotten your information to talk to you about Motor Club of America.
Yeah? Where'd you hear about it? Or did you get a flyer or online?
Online. I was asking people about it, and random people, and your name came up as, hey, I know a guy. So, because I guess to join you actually have to go through somebody who's a recruiter. Are you a recruiter?
I'm a recruiter.
Okay, excellent. So, I mean, from product stance, I just have a couple questions, if you don't mind, before I dedicate myself, kind of thing. I'm sure that's understandable. So, from a product point of view, this is like an insurance kind of coverage.
No, it's not insurance. It is strictly roadside assistance.
Okay. So, so it's assistance. I get that. See, originally, I'm from Detroit, and I worked for a family there that did insurance or assistance, and I did that for like 12 years. So I'm pretty in tune with the game. I don't know if you ever heard of the Pinellis. They've been on the news. I'm not sure which area you're from, but anywhere in Michigan to Illinois, people know who the Pinellis are.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay. And part of my job there, so you let me know if this fits in there, is you meet with people and you lay down the reasons why they need we called it insurance. They had a license, and with yours it's assistance or kind of a thing. So basically why they need the assistance, and then a lot of times people are a little reluctant, I get that. I would be too, but then you just do a couple things to prove to them that they actually do need the assistance, so it's a talking game, right? First you make your presence known, then a lot of times they'll say no or let me think about it, things like that, and then in this case, boom, something happens, you're the first guy they call. So as long as you make your presence known. So
exactly.
Yeah. And do you work for is there a family at the head of yours? Like I said, I work for the the Pinellis family. So is there a family at the top, or is it more Russian style where it's just kind of cruise?
Well, the company started in, I think it was 1926, as two brothers that started the company.
Oh, okay. Are they now, Italian, Sicilian?
I have no idea.
Irish, maybe? No? Oh, what do you know their last names? That kind of usually tells us.
They were right. They were I'm pretty sure they were the Wright brothers or the Green brothers.
Okay, not the Wright brothers who plane.
No, not the plane ones. No.
Okay, because that would be ironic.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you think? Ha ha ha. So, anyways, I get this how this works. I mean, typically, so do you do more than recruiting? Are you into the sales? I mean, I was just trying to feel out how the sales works. Typically, I'm an Irish gentleman myself, so I usually like to go in, peaceful, Lucky Charms style, be their best friend, right? When they turn me down, I don't get mad. A friend of mine, pure Sicilian, didn't even speak English very good, but if they turned him down, oh boy, he made a scene right there. For me, it's more of the, oh, so you didn't, take it from the movie The Godfather. The lawyer said, well, you might really want to consider this, and I'll leave on a very friendly note like that. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
You say, well, just take a look. If you don't want it, then go your way. But I'm always here if you need it.
Right. And now, does MCA have their? I guess I need to understand my whole role. So it sounds like you can be a recruiter, and you can be a sales guy. Do you have to be the bag man and the bag man and kind of, I don't know what you guys refer to him. We always refer to them as kind of the 1%ers, the guys who when somebody said no too many times, maybe something needed to happen to make them realize it. For example, one time in Detroit, outside of Detroit, I don't know if you know too much about Michigan, but outside of Detroit, there's actually a big farming community. And so a lot of this was farming insurance. So basically, we'd gone to this guy, and this guy, he had the market on gladiolas. If you wanted some real money, this guy needed coverage because he had a lot to cover, right? So basically, I talked to this guy half a dozen times, and he just kept telling me no. And the last time, man, basically shotgun style tell me to leave, right? He didn't point it at me or anything, but he said, look, boy, you got to get out of here, right? And so I left very politely, that night, he lost 2/3 of his crop. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go saying I did it, but if the Pinellis asked me to, I was willing to play that role too. With your organization, do you got to play that role, or do they have guys?
Basically, you would have to be that person. Pretty much what I do is I'm working for myself. Like, I get the sales by myself. You're your own business or your own thing.
Okay.
It's an independent. You're an independent sales person, and sales is basically recruiting. So when you go to recruit, or when you go to make a sale, you can also try to recruit them. But when they have to be a sale to be recruited, pretty much.
Okay. So I get it a little more. So what would you say was more of the push? Are you pushing people to recruit so you create a stronger army? People are in, they're present. Now you have some control over them, or is it more for the people who aren't part of the crew and trying to push the actual insurance or the coverage? In you guys' words.
It honestly depends where I'm at. Online, I like to push towards you guys can make money, but when I'm on the streets, I'm like, hey, I see that you're driving. I was wondering if you had some roadside assistance, if you ever gotten in an accident or this or that. And then that's kind of like, oh, yeah, I've gotten in an accident, and I had to pay this much for a tow, and it really sucked. And like, well, if you need the roadside assistance, it's only $20 a month, $40 to start.
Okay,
and they're covered you.
Let me ask you something to see if this part's true or not. I had somebody tell me that for recruiting, there's a $40 fee when you're recruited, right? That's correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you recruit somebody, what is your what is your commission?
Okay, let's say if you just signed up under me, I would get $80.
Okay, so I did hear this correct.
Because what they're paying for is the membership, and that's for they look at it as a 17-month membership, even though there's no contract. That's how much you get because they trust that people will want to stay there.
I got you. So listen to this. So is your loyalty? You said that you're your own business, so I assume that you have some kind of business license, rather it be LLC or something, some way that you pay taxes, maybe a DBA or something like that, right?
Well, the only thing I have is the 1099 tax form.
There you go.
Or the
right. So you're basically your own business. Yeah. So
yeah, I'm basically a independent contract. That's what I get. Independent contractor.
Yep. I got you. So. How strong your loyalty, much like mine is to me, so this isn't a question to make you feel uncomfortable. Your loyalty strong to you then, right? Because you don't have a family breathing down your neck, basically. You work at your own rates, things like that, correct?
Exactly, and that's why I do this, because I'm sick of having a boss, because I want to do my own thing.
Right, and if you're anything like me, you want to make a big score. And you want to retire.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I can work on my own pace, and I don't get paid the same way as everyone else.
Cody, let me just say I dig your style, okay? I dig your style, and if this leads somewhere, I think we'll get along well. Let me throw out, when somebody told me that offer, that's what drew me to this. I was actually pointing in a couple of directions. I was thinking about, working for, a couple other type of organizations like this, but this one drew me towards it because you can, if somebody pays 40, you get 80. Now check this out. My family used to run they still do, but we ran a morgue. Okay, we actually have a 40 acre graveyard that we own, and right now it's about it's almost full. We'll put it there. We probably can put another 6,000-7,000 more bodies in there, but we've been putting them in there for the better part of the 1900s. So basically, I have a lot of paperwork and a lot of access to paperwork, okay?
Yeah.
And this paperwork, let's put it this way. Let's say I signed up a bunch of people, okay? And I want you to read between the lines here a little bit. It's just smarter to speak this way. I don't know if you've ever been in this situation, but I have at least 3,000 names that we could slowly trickle in, okay? Maybe over 4 months, right? So we don't want to drop 3,000 right away. Sales will look good. Our commissions will be high, but it'll be If you ever pull money out of one pocket and put it in the other? That's what I'm talking here. So here's what I'm thinking. You sign me up. that I start doing this. I start bringing these names in, right? I start bringing these names in. Do these names really go to people? Hey, don't ask and I won't tell, okay? So I'm dropping 40. I'm dropping 40. Company's paying 80. I'm dropping 40. Our sales are trending up. And then basically, you know, I can link all these people to accounts, so everything will be on the up and up paperwork wise. But in the end, boom, they quit paying. We double our money. I think I can. I know I got access to about 220K right now.
Yeah.
So based on what you're telling me, is we should be able to, if we trickle that in let's say 3 months, $40 at a time. Every 40 will turn to 80.
Yeah.
If you help,
there's a patch on this though.
Okay, let's hear it.
If they quit, you don't get charged, but they do take parts out of your commission, like a percentage of the quitters out of your commission until.
Let me ask you this then: if we did this, and in 3 months, me and you will be able to clear. You know, we'll just throw rough numbers, right? We'll just say 100K, 120K each. Would you be willing to walk away to not allow them to do that?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty set on just doing this steadily and just keeping it a thing to retire off, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, 120K is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, and there's other things you could get into with that.
Yeah.
Now I'm a little bit uncomfortable, Cody. I'm not going to lie to you because I just told you a lot, and now I feel like you might have lied to me a little bit about where your loyalties lie. So I feel like now you might be saying something to somebody, and then that messes up my whole plan.
No, I don't tell anybody anything.
Okay.
But I've had a lot of people ask me, like, could we do this? Could we do that? What if we had a whole bunch of people sign up and quit?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about a whole bunch of people. I'm talking about a whole bunch of papers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the same thing, though, because people will do that with prepaid cards and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because they sign up as the sale instead of the recruit, and you get the same amount either way. And they're like, oh, I want to try this, and then they realize that they get deductions on the 80.
How fast does the 80 come?
It comes the next Friday.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go talk to a bookie that my family used to know.
All right.
He's also a shark, like a loan shark.
Yeah.
If you promise not to say anything, I'm gonna see how much I can actually pull forward on this guy, because if I had to, I could lay in a good, 4 or 5 layers between me and you, right? People sign up, legit people, and we could spread a larger amount around. Pay them peanuts. It'd be like Lufthansa all over again, where oh look at I made $50K, and meanwhile, the guys who thought of it walked away with a lot more than that. So I'm going to go talk to some people, and I'm going to call you back, because you might be the key to me finally getting to where I need to be.
All right, sounds good, man.
Okay. Well, let me. You ever do? There's a reason why I need to make a lot of money. You ever do any time?
I haven't.
I spent 6 years in a Mexico prison.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it makes a U.S. prison seem like a fucking Disneyland, okay? So, to get out of there, I had to make some promises that I wasn't quite sure I could keep. And I need to keep those. If I don't, it could get bad.
Then you go bye-bye?
I don't know. I wish I knew, or I have to disappear one way or another. I'm not Mr. Ryan Token anymore. So,
yeah.
So, anyways, I want you to be my guy. So I'm gonna go see what I can put together of this shark, and I think if we do this right, I can persuade you. I think the numbers could get high enough. But what I need you to do is not tell anybody at all about this conversation. Capiche?
Sounds good.
All right. All right, Cody. I'll be in touch.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
All right, bye.
What do you think he's thinking right now?